Christmas.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Box Box, the exciting show where we open a box and decide if the box rocks or if the box full of rocks.
I don't know if this is going to be a good episode.
This pillow is fucking useless shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly soundtracks are here to provide you. Suddenly soundtracks will show you care. Oh, be more the soundtrack inside you with sweet understanding. Oh, with sweet understanding. With sweet understanding. Soundtracks are your friend.
Well, hello everyone. I am not Chris Clark. No, I'm not. I am Maxwell Haddad. Surprise! This is Suddenly Soundtracks, the show where normally you take a movie soundtrack and critique the album based purely on the out-of-context songs, but we're not doing that today. We're doing a very special Survivor Island. We're going to be talking John Williams scores, arguably one of the most prolific composers in the history of cinema, maybe the best, depending on who you're talking to. Certainly, his music has formed an oral landscape that has defined much of what we think of when we think of cinema over the last 40 or 50 years. We have an incredible panel of guests with us tonight who are going to hash this out and break it all down. Of course, it wouldn't be a Survivor Island without the Chaos Master himself, Tim Franco. How are you tonight, Tim?
Yo, I'm good.
Are you intending to cause some chaos?
I mean, that's pretty much what I do. So that's like 90% of the reason I came to this show. I love John Williams, but the majority of it is just to be myself and cause problems.
So one might say you're fixing to fuck us with your bad opinions?
Ha! No, they're not going to be bad.
Okay,
hey, Jingle All the Way is a fucking.
But I might harm other people's maybe more popularly considered better opinions. I don't know how I'm wording this, but
I know what you're saying, and that's okay. As you can also tell, we have PJ Campbell with us tonight via audio only because I made the executive decision that I didn't want to look at his face. How are you, PJ?
I'd be a lot better if the fucking internet in my entire area didn't go out. I'm hoping somewhere between now and the time this is over that I get internet back. So I'm sitting in my office that you guys normally see using my fucking AirPods and
Yes.
Did you hear any of that?
About a third of it. What I'm hearing is that you're crying naked in your shower and you're just on audio. Great. I'm so glad you could join us despite your current inconveniences. We have a couple other guests with us tonight. I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce them now. This gentleman is a competitor in the First Class League. He's a good friend of the channel, a good friend of mine. What's up, Andres?
What's going on, fellas? How's it going?
Going pretty good. How are you tonight? Are you excited to talk about John Williams?
Well, I'm sorry your internet connection is going in and out, PJ, but I'm so glad and so excited to be a part of this and just discuss one of my all-time favorite composers, John Williams. So, yeah, cool. This is going to be a great night.
Awesome. Our next guest is a Schmoedown competitor. There's really only one piece of information I need to relay about him, and you'll immediately know who he is. Coming to us live from Australia, Jacob London.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Greetings from Australia. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to lose all my friendships and probably be banned from the Schmodown by the end of this. So, yeah, this is going to be a fun 3 hours.
It's funny because if I could just give a little inside baseball, obviously you and your girlfriend Taylor have a channel called Finally Tailored, which has been on a hiatus for a while. Mm-hmm. And about a year ago, before you guys went on break, we had been talking about doing a John Williams bracket show.
Yes.
So it finally feels like we're getting to do that show, but on a different network and a little bit different of a context. But I'm so glad you're here for it because we were going to do that a year ago.
Yeah, spoiler alert, we will be getting back to doing the brackets again. And, I'll leave that for the end of the show.
Awesome. We have one final guest with us tonight. You probably know this guy from Spin from the Reel and lots of other fun stuff around the space. How are you tonight, Matt?
I'm doing well, Maxwell. I'm doing well. It's nice to see you all here.
You excited to talk about some John Williams?
You mean the guy I have an entire playlist of like 30 movies on my phone? No, not at all. Not at all.
There you go. I'm just going to go through a couple channel notes, nothing too major before we get started. Chris Clark is here tonight, so this is not a Chris Clark-less Suddenly Soundtracks. You're just not going to get to look at his beautiful Italian face. He's going to be operating the board from behind the scenes. We do have a Patreon. Check it out. See if there's a tier that's right for you. There's all sorts of fun perks that come along with that, like Discord access, commentary tracks, the ability to request a Suddenly Soundtracks or a watch along, stuff like that. And of course, I have to give a huge shout out to all of our patrons, our executive producers, Brandy Parker, Brendan Buckingham, and Ricardo Frank, our gold producers, Sean Wingblade and Mike Kay, and our producers, Anton Putra, Beth Harris, Chris Pokernoy, Ferris Muthana, wherever he may be, Jeff Alterman, a.k.a. Quiz Show, Jake Berlin, Molly Damon, Patricia Carrillo, Stephen White, Kale the Youth Critic, and Tyler Birch. Thank you all so much for your continued support. We could not do any of this without you. You, as they say, keep the lights on at this ridiculous place called the Pajukin. Our eternal thanks and gratitude. We do have a couple other things coming up this week. We'll have a watch-along Friday night, Sunday night. We'll do the Unwind, et cetera, et cetera. You know what we do. And we'll see you for those shows. I'm going to take this opportunity now to bring up Chris Clark, who's going to talk us through the rules of the evening and whatever other nonsensical tidbits he may have for us. How are you, Chris?
Hey guys, so we're doing a Survivor Island soundboard edition. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm
better.
Gonna be featured, yeah, because I'm egotistical. No, we have to feature the board. So, guys, typical rules with Survivor Island. If you've been here before, each panelist gets to nominate one movie. It'll go into that current nomination thing right over there. Every panelist gets one kill and one save. As you see,
one slave. What?
I was just about to say, am I the wrong show? Am I being used?
No.
What show did I walk in on?
No.
Well, have a good night, everyone. Thanks so much for having
Chris Clark. God damn it.
No. But one kill and one save. Okay, so as you can see, PJ, Max, Andres, Matt, and Jacob and Tim all have one kill and one save apiece. All right, so the nominations all stop once we get a group of goodbye, Rose. Yeah, thank you guys. We get a group of 10. Obviously, the two new people doing this are not going to go first, so they can see how it's done. It's super self-explanatory. If there are any questions, let me know. And it's going to take me maybe like a second or two to put up the card because John Williams has such a breadth of movies that oh my god has such a breadth of films that it was impossible for me to make a complete deck of it. So it's just easier for me to make the card right on the spot for you guys. So you guys can nominate, do what you do, kills, saves, bada bing, bada boom. If you have any questions.
So what you're saying, Chris, is you woke up this morning and you said, screw it, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. And
Chris needs to learn that doing shit live is not necessarily the best idea when the things he says out loud are as good as his typos, if you will. And by good, I mean bad. Very bad for all of us.
I have a very bad way of speaking sometimes. But any questions, let me know. And everybody gets a one stack on their kill or save. So if on a single turn, if somebody kills a movie, somebody else can save the movie, and that person who killed the movie will get to keep their kill, but it only stacks once. It'll make sense when it comes up. So if there's
I'm
any
gonna
other
smile
questions,
and nod and pretend I understand what you're saying and have a good time.
cool, awesome. We'll figure it out. It'll be chaos. So let's have fun.
I just want to say I'm very thankful that I am the only panelist that has a matching save and a matching kill. I'm Chief Brody and Bruce the Shark. Everyone else is mismatched. So
you being the shark makes a lot of sense in this conversation.
Yeah, because I know you're gonna chew shit up tonight, Tim.
Harry Potter and the Nazi from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I mean, Voldemort was kind of like a magical Nazi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
he definitely was.
The Dark Mark was basically like tattooing a swastika on your body, so it's the comparisons are apt. Well, why don't we get this evening started with our audio only friend, Mr. Patrick Campbell. What is your first nomination for score by John Williams, and why?
All right, so I was thinking about this, and I actually texted him earlier because I think no matter what, there has to be an Indiana Jones film on this list. And between the four, I think that the one that stands out the most for me specifically is The Last Crusade. The reason being is I think that some of the most fun that he's having as a composer, I think Indy's First Adventure is this single track that takes it over the top compared to all the others. You get the Raiders March, you get everything else, but it's got a little bit of different flavor than the other ones. It's got this playful nature that the other movies don't necessarily have. It kind of reminds me of his score for Hook, and it's fun, and it's just something I listen to a lot. And Indy's First Adventure, I think, is arguably one of the great tracks he ever wrote. So I'm going Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade.
All right, so Patrick's first nomination is Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. So we are going to start at the bottom with Matt. What are your thoughts on the score, and is it a yes or a no?
It's without a doubt a yes. PJ hit it right on the head. That is the best score. That opening song, Indy's First Adventure, is just killer. I mean, the music when he has those moments with his father as well is just something that hits you hard, and it's probably the one Indiana Jones film my father and I watched the most together. I'm with PJ. That's a yes.
All right, excellent, Mr. Blunden.
I'm a no because it's not the best Indiana Jones score. So. But look, I won't be mad. I'm not going to be mad if it makes it through. I think if we're most likely only going to have one Indiana Jones representation, this isn't the one I would pick.
That's absolutely fair reasoning, Jacob. So it's one yes, one no. Andres?
This is absolutely a yes for me. I mean, in every way that PJ just mentioned how spectacular the score is and how different it is, it's also just one of those that it brings in the fun, not swashbuckling, but adventurous element to the franchise even more so than I think the previous films have. And this one, you can tell that John Williams is having a lot of fun with the score, and especially with the opening sequence, which that to me is probably some of like whenever I think of Indiana Jones scores, it's that one. So absolutely, it's a yes.
Okay, Tim.
So I have another indie movie that I was going to nominate, but I think my favorite indie score has no chance in hell making it. So I think, and because this is my second favorite indie score, I'm going to say yes. But my first indie score, I'm going to give it a shout out, is Temple of Doom. I love the Temple of Doom soundtrack. I love the Slave Children's Crusade. That it's just so good. And so it would no way make it. So I'm going to give it a shout out now. But I'll say yes to this because I'd rather have this on than Raiders. Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. My reasoning and answer on this one is basically the same as Jacob's. It's a great score, but it's not my favorite indie score, so it's a no for me. Chris, are you voting no, right?
No, because there's a number of people.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So with that, Last Crusade does make the list.
Nobody wants to kill with anything? Cool.
Not at this time, no.
Cool.
And then I do believe it is my turn to nominate a score. Look, there's a lot of franchises that John Williams has composed that I feel pretty confident are going to get brought up throughout the evening. So I'm going to go in a little bit of a different direction and start with Memoirs of a Geisha. This is probably one of his less appreciated scores, but I think it's one of his most gorgeous and beautiful. He worked with Yo-Yo Ma on cello solos throughout the score. It has an amazing sense of Japanese culture to it. It's more somber and less adventurous or bombastic than some of his more traditional work. It's a score that actually, although when the film came out, I was mixed on it, I found myself listening to it a lot. It became like a great accompaniment for homework and writing in high school and college. And I think it really captures the emotion of the characters in a beautiful way. So, yeah, that's my first nomination, Memoirs of a Geisha. And we'll start with Jacob. What are your thoughts?
Absolutely. I was tossing up between this and Book Thief, and this definitely. I think this one just takes it over just a little bit, and it would definitely jump into my top 10, assuming that other people don't knock out some of the other more franchise ones. This would definitely be, I think, his best one of his best non-franchise scores.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Andres?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on this. This one when it came out, it was kind of underappreciated, and it was just sort of like it came out that year, it was really strong, and then all of a sudden it just kind of disappeared. Whereas, yeah, this score was fantastic and it was unique in so many ways. So absolutely, yes, big yes.
Awesome. What are your thoughts, Tim?
I don't listen to it very much. I do the few times I have. It is very beautiful, but it's not something I like go and seek out to listen to. So for that reason, I'm going to say no.
Fair enough. Patrick. PJ?
I really do like this score. I think it's very different. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I wasn't sure. I started talking. Look, sorry. This whole thing of being on my phone is a fucking disaster. I really like this score quite a bit. I'm not sure it's one of my favorite Williams scores. But, for the sake of it, I'll say yes, and we'll see how far it can go. But I do think that it's different than the stuff that he normally did, and I always really appreciated that. And this movie's really great. If you've never seen it, I definitely recommend it.
Awesome. And that leaves us with Matt. What are your thoughts on John Williams' Memoirs of a Geisha score?
I have not watched this movie since I was in middle school, and I haven't actually gone back and listened to the score. So to avoid making enemies right now, I'm just going to go with yes.
or you can just go ahead and just watch the movie after it's done, man.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't matter. It was a good film.
It was going to make it. You could say no.
I've seen it. It's just been years. I was like, it's one of those films where you watch when you're younger, you don't get it as much, and you have yet to revisit it as an adult because it's not very accessible, and where I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm not trying to make enemies right now. So
fair enough. That can come down in later in the show, because believe me, if we all walk away here friends, we've done something terribly wrong. It goes against the very modus operandi of Survivor Island. All right, so with that, Memoirs of a Geisha is the second score that makes the top 10 list. And it is now time for Mr. Tim Franco to nominate his choice.
Well, do I do something that I think will make it, or do I give some shout outs to something I don't think will make it? It's early on, so I'm just going to go and start off with my bottom score, and that is Empire of the Sun.
Oh.
This score, the movie's, it's an okay movie. I mean, but I remember seeing this movie as a very young child, and I remember being obsessed with the soundtrack for this movie as probably the first soundtrack I was super really into that I can think of, because this movie came out before Jurassic Park, I believe, right? Around the same. Yeah.
Yes,
so
it was like 2 films before Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So this was definitely something I was really into, and even though some of the stuff on the score has some singing in it, those were particularly some of the things that I really loved, like the rendition of "See You Gone," which is a Welsh song at the very beginning, and it's kind of played throughout the movie, but it's I just think it's really beautiful, and I think a lot of the pieces in it are very memorable. So I don't think it's going to make it, but I wanted to shout it out. Empire of the Sun.
That's a great choice. I like it, Tim. All right, Andres, what are your thoughts on Empire of the Sun?
I remember actually really liking Empire of the Sun. But frankly, to me, I don't remember a lot of the potential beats of the score, if that makes any sense. Like, it was one of those that the score didn't necessarily call as much attention to itself as most John Williams scores do, which is a good thing. But I'm right on the edge on this one. But you know what? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes on it though.
Okay, fair enough.
You people are so nice. You don't even know.
It's one of those that I do remember like certain tracks and some stuff here and there, but like the more memorable aspects for me is the directing and is mostly what's on screen, but that doesn't come without the score. So that's why I would say I would still give it a pass.
I think this is probably one of Williams's least memorable scores. It's good. I mean, I don't think he's ever composed something bad per se, but it's not something that immediately comes to mind in any way. And I think it doesn't go to great lengths to enhance the film. So it's a no for me. Patrick?
All right. So I haven't seen this movie in quite a while, but the score is one that I actually go back to pretty frequently, surprisingly enough. Like, I really like it. It's beautiful. It's a little bit haunting. And again, kind of like Memoirs, it just kind of gets overlooked because John Williams has done so much music. Like, we all talk about these big scores, but some of these ones like this, like, they stand out for being a little different. They stand out for being the thing that we know. Like, you did 9 Star Wars movies plus the song off of Solo, that Han's first adventure or whatever, but like, this one's kind of cool. I'm going to give it a yes.
All right. Matt, what are your thoughts on Empire of the Sun?
So I'm going to give it a no, and I'm going to kind of piggyback off of Andreas. When I think of this film, I'm not thinking of the score. To me, this is, like you said, Max, one of his more forgettable scores. I think more about the Christian Bale performance and John Malkovich. So with that in mind, I honestly, until this was brought up, forgot he scored this. That's how much this doesn't affect me at all. So I'm going to go no.
All right, fair enough. Jacob?
There's about 5 scores that took that that would have been for me in and around that Memoirs of a Geisha spot. This was one of them, but Memoirs took it, and I've just look, we're this early. There are too many other scores that I have to put on this list for Empire to take up a spot. So I'm sorry, I'm saying no.
Okay. So I do believe with that, Empire of the Sun heads to the graveyard unless someone would like to save it.
No, I just wanted to give it its love, its shout out.
Fair enough. And with that, Andres, it is your turn to nominate a score.
Well, the score I'm going to nominate right off the bat, it's probably going to seem so basic on my end because of anybody that knows me knows that I love this movie in particular, and that is the Superman the movie score. And the reason why I'm nominating this one is because for it being a Williams score, it's also one of those that has so many juggles in terms of tone, in terms of giving us one of the best superhero themes to date, 40 years later. It's an indelible superhero theme, and then also on top of that, you go from stuff like that to like the big grandeur of the planet Krypton and the small moments in the Kent farm with leaving home. I argue with you, there's no way you can listen to Leaving Home and not think about that moment that you left, that you moved out of your parents' place for the first time, and just there's just so much emotion charged in this score. And it's not overly bombastic. I mean, it is overly bombastic in certain spots, but it's draws that fine line very well between the spectacle and the more emotional center of the film. So absolutely, this is my pick.
Excellent. All right, let's start with you, PJ. What are your thoughts on Superman, the motion picture?
I mean,
I was waiting for that.
God damn you. Number one.
Everyone needs a perpetual thorn in their side, and I'm thrilled to be yours, Patrick.
My internet's already doing that for me, so thank you for that. No.
Well, today you're getting double teamed.
This is one of the all-time goddamn motherfucking shit. This is one of the all-time great scores for a reason. The Superman theme is iconic. There's a reason that even to this day, like, you still see people taking the theme and like mashing it up with the stuff that Zimmer did, or putting it over the Henry Cavill footage from the movies. Like, this theme still lives on. It's still great. I mean, for better or worse, like, even Danny Elfman used it to a point in that Justice League theme, or the Justice League Superman sequence. Like, the theme still resonates with people, and this whole score is just incredibly beautiful and incredibly fun. Yeah, it's a yes for me.
Excellent. Matt?
If you think I'm voting against this, you're fucking crazy. I just, and for those of us who were on Jesse's stream this past Saturday, I made an intro to this. I went back. I was at work listening to this score when I shouldn't have been, thinking about in my head how this score is so phenomenal. I am definitely on board with Superman the Motion Picture, the score.
Very, very good. Jacob?
Despite the fact that I'm one of the few people in the world who believes that Hans Zimmer's score actually surpasses this one, this is still absolutely a yes. It's this has to be in his top 10. It is one of his greatest scores. So yes, I'm absolutely saying yes.
Very, very good. I'm gonna make this simple. It's yes. It's on. Tim?
Jacob, I agree with you about the Hans Zimmer score. Listen, this I think this score is great, and it's in my top 10, and it's going to make it, obviously, because the math is already there. Because of logistically where it is on my list, and the fact that we have 2 movies already nominated, one of my nominations is in the graveyard, I have to say no, because it is lower on my list, but I already knew it was going to make it, so my vote doesn't matter.
Oh.
But that's my reasoning why I say no.
Thank you, Tim, for that utterly irrelevant vote. And with that, Superman makes it into the top 10.
That irrelevant vote just bounced off him like every other bullet.
There's still kills out there, and they're safe.
That's true.
That's true. Tim, are you gonna use a kill?
Not yet. I'm waiting. We'll see.
Tim always sneaks in with this kill like a fucking ninja. You don't see it coming, and it's devastating.
I usually try to I strategize my kills to where they can't be saved.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I gave Tim Jaws.
All right, Mr. Blunden, it is your chance to nominate a film.
I've got 3 that I'm juggling, and I'm probably going to go with the one. I'm going to go with another franchise one that this is, I think, his best score and best franchise score. And that is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, Jacob, I love you.
Jacob, thank you, Jacob.
Definitely Azkaban as his best score, as much, and because he gets to have fun with the kookiness, he gets to be a little bit weird, and because Cuarón's pushing for it, he's not. Cuarón is 10,000 times the director that Christopher Columbus is, so he's willing to allow the more. Let's push the envelope and see how far we can go. And I think that's what Prisoner does so fantastically. So I'm going with Prisoner of Azkaban.
A truly phenomenal choice. Let's start with PJ. What are your thoughts on Prisoner of Azkaban?
I think this is pretty close to my favorite Harry Potter score. I think that for it to also be his last score in the franchise, he kind of gets to do. It's similar to my feelings with Last Crusade, honestly. Like, you get a little bit of the stuff that he did in the first couple, mixed with a lot of really cool new stuff. Mischief Managed, I think, is one of the great pieces of music to come out of the franchise. So I'm 100% a yes on this one.
I basically think the Prisoner of Azkaban score is a masterwork. Certainly, I think having Cuarón in there to sort of reinvent the visual language of Hogwarts was a huge inspiration on what John Williams did, but this score is dark and whimsical, and you have stuff like the Night Bus and Buckbeak's Flight and A Window to the Past, and then you have just like the night, all this great stuff like the Double Trouble, the choral stuff. It's just really incredible. It fits the aesthetic of the film so beautifully. It's a big yes for me. This is the Harry Potter score I go back to more than any other. This might be the John Williams score I go back to more than any other. I'm not going to reveal my cards yet as to where this may or may not land when we vote, but it's an incredible score. And I am so glad that my opinion that it's his best Harry Potter score is shared. So hell yes. Double, double, toil and trouble, etc. Timothy?
It's a great score. I'm going to say no, only because there is a specific piece of music from Harry Potter that I love more than anything, and I don't believe it's on this score. So
take it away, Ern.
Because of that, because this one piece of like music weighs so heavily on me, I'm going to say no. So, and that's leaving Hogwarts. If anyone cares to know, but. I love that whole theme.
Fair. No, I can appreciate that, and that was the one reason why I was tossing up. The other reason why I couldn't pick, I can't pick that movie is because I refuse to say Sorcerer's Stone. So it would have been Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Well, you still works. It's the same thing. We would have known.
Bro, I put Philosopher's Stone into a Schmodown question. It's fine.
Right. Just this past week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As long as we're talking John Williams, Harry Potter, the other piece of music that I love is his Fox the Phoenix theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think that's such a gorgeous piece. Andres, thoughts on Prisoner of Azkaban?
Oh, absolutely. This is a yes for me. I mean, in terms of just how Williams has grown, or how Williams has not only grown the themes from the first film in terms of raising the stakes and in terms of just sort of, for lack of a better word, the maturity level that this score presents, it's easily his most, it's in the Harry Potter franchise, or at least the one that he's done, it's easily the most mature, and it's the most again, like I'm saying, it's the most, you feel the stakes in this one. You feel that there are lives at stake more than any other one, and you feel that the characters are growing along with the score. So yeah, absolutely it is.
Excellent. And Matt, I think I know where you're going with this, but
about to say, my vote doesn't matter because you saw how I reacted when you said the score. So that was honestly, if he didn't say that next, I was going to say that. It was toss up between this film and the film I'm gonna say when my turn comes. But I felt like, once again, like you said, it's whimsical. It's dark. This score sets up what future composers are able to do in the next films because it went so different from those first two. Those first two scores, other than a couple soundtracks, are nearly identical. Let's be honest. So when you go from that to something where he's having more fun, he's being different, you can't choose against it. So
awesome. So with that, Prisoner of Azkaban makes the list, and it is your turn to nominate a score, Matt.
I'm gonna nominate what I think is one of his most underrated scores, and also one of the most underrated Spielberg films of all time, and that is Hook. This score, Hook. Growing up, Peter Pan was my favorite character in anything, and that's weird coming from the guy who has Star Wars and shit all behind him. But my parents will tell you this. They took me to Disney World when I was 2, and we came back a year later. But when I was 2, I saw this Peter Pan costume. I'm like, I want that. I'm like, oh, when we come back next year, when we come back, we'll take you and you can get it. And they thought I'd forget about it. And when we're leaving the park a year later, I'm like, no, we got to go get my costume. And I pulled them right to where it was, even though they didn't. And part of the reason I love Peter Pan so much was because of Hook and the score. One of my favorite pieces of music in the film, besides all the just fun music he puts out when they're around the Lost Boys, is when he's flying again for the first time after his happy thought is being a father. Like, it's a beautiful score, very underrated film, and for that, I'm saying Hook.
All right, PJ, Hook.
Fuck yes. I actually don't anticipate this is going to make it, and if it doesn't, I'm not going to be surprised. But my favorite piece of music ever by John Williams is actually, and that's The Face of Pan. I think that sequence is one of the most beautiful sequences that Steven Spielberg has ever directed, and I think it's one of the most beautiful pieces of music that he's ever done. When Robin Williams passed away, I actually used that song as like my montage music when I did a tribute for Robin Williams that I was editing together. I just think Face of Pan alone is absolutely. But this also gets to be a little different. Like there's this like metropolitan feel to the score at the beginning that's very different when he's like walking around the city, and it kind of feels like Home Alone. And I've always liked it for that reason. So yeah, big yes for me.
Okay. I'm gonna politely say no and move on to Tim.
I'm just gonna say da 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 da. Yeah, I love this score. This score is very high on my top 10 John Williams scores list. I love it. Presenting the hook, the banquet song, like everything is incredible. Yeah, so it's easily a yes for me. And all you people who say no are going in the boo box.
Yes. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Well, make room for
The
me.
boo box.
In the box.
Yes.
Andres, Hook.
God, I want to say no just because I want to go in that box, but I'm in full agreement with you guys. I love the score, and just again, how you were saying that moment where he gets that memory, it hits you every time, and just even rewatching Hook after we lost Williams, it was just one of those that you were just like, man, he really did pour his heart out into this movie, and the score just elevates that even further. So, yes.
All right, Jacob.
I'm spending too much time around Chance because I do not like this movie, and I'm voting.
Well, number one, never listen to Chance for any of your fucking
Chance is
kidding me right now.
I'm voting and I'm. If I'm not saving my kill for what I know is coming later, I'm really tempted. But there's one coming later.
But I dare you. I dare you to kill it. I dare you to.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do it because someone's gonna have to waste a save. Yep, kill it.
I'll waste my save. I'll waste my save. All
right,
nice.
Go for it, bud.
Nice. I love Hook being there. Hook is there.
All right, what a dramatic turn of events that just was.
Hook is back.
And amazingly, we already have filled 5 of the 10 slots. So pick your next choices carefully. And since Patrick nominated first last round, I'm going to nominate first this round because I believe everyone has had 1 nomination thus far.
Yep.
Gosh, the strategy comes into play now that the amount of slots just dwindles and dwindles and dwindles and dwindles and dwindles and dwindles.
All about strategy, people.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take this opportunity to nominate what I think is one of the most inventive and unique scores John Williams has ever written. He's working here with Steven Spielberg, who, of course, he worked with many, many times, but I think he's working in a musical idiom that he doesn't often work in, which is jazz. And that is Catch Me If You Can.
Yes.
I think the score is incredible. It is playful and fun and sexy and just sets the scene for this film so beautifully, which, as an aside, I think is one of Spielberg's best and perhaps most underappreciated. I love this score. It's another one that I find myself listening to all the time. So, yes, Catch Me If You Can.
Me?
Yes.
I like it. I don't love it. It's not in my top 10. So where we're at right now, I'm going to say no. It's that simple.
Andres?
I mean, it's a big yes for me. I mean, to me, it's still an indelible memory. Sitting in the theater, opening weekend, seeing this movie, and the main titles come in, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so ready for this movie, and that score just, it hits you like a clenched fist, and it's so great. I freaking love this score. It's probably it would be my second favorite score as Spielberg. So yeah, hell's yeah.
Excellent. Jacob?
Oh, I was terrified that this wasn't going to make the list because of fucking Hook. So yes, I am 100% yes. This is easily a top 5 score. What Williams scored. This is absolutely a yes, and I love this score so much. So yes.
Matt?
Jacob, you saved yourself from being on my shit list if you said no to this. Maxwell, you nailed it on the head. I love this score. This was my first Leo movie, actually. So, I mean, just the score he had, and I love that opening sequence. It's just so memorable. Like if you're voting against this, you're crazy. Yes, without a doubt, yes.
PJ?
C. Moving on.
All right. So with that, unless Tim wants to kill
Tim's
it,
going to kill it.
Catch Me If You Can has made the list.
I mean, we can kill stuff later, right? Or is that not a rule anymore?
No, you got to do it as I
You gotta
believe.
do it.
Just do it now. It just makes things simple.
Oh, because if that's the case, I probably would have killed Memoirs a while ago, but I thought we were waiting. But
Yeah, I thought we could still do that. I didn't realize that it changed.
because that may have affected some people's voting. I don't know.
That's why I just assumed that was.
I assumed this was the way it was going too, so that's why I was like, "No, I'm saving Hook." That's the only reason I saved him.
Yeah, I'll kill it, and someone is gonna have to save it.
Come on, someone, please, for the love of God.
You know what? I'll save it. I'll save it. Again, I said it's my second favorite Spielberg score, and I truly mean that. So yeah, it's absolutely great for me.
All right. Well, Tim used his kill. No.
I got it
He gets
back.
to keep it.
Yeah.
He gets to keep it. Strategy. Woohoo. And with that, Tim, you get to nominate.
Well, since everyone's saying yes to everything, because no one knows how to play, let's go ahead and I'll throw out a big one here, and I'm sure someone might want to try to kill it. I don't know if this is the one Jacob is talking about or not, but I'm going to throw Jurassic Park out there. So Jurassic Park is my favorite John Williams score. It's in my top 5 scores of all time. I love it. Jurassic Park is the greatest cinema experience I ever had in my life. I remember going to the theater on opening night with my dad, and it was just incredible. The music blew me away. It continues to blow me away. I love every single part of it, every single track. It's great. So that's that. Jurassic Park is there.
Andres?
Should I kill it now? No, I'm kidding. No, absolutely. I'm not even gonna do a big thing about it. Yeah, go.
Jacob?
Do I build up the drama, or
No?
This is staying on the list. So this isn't the one I want to kill. This is if you do not have this as a top 10 Williams score, you're crazy. Sorry, this is absolutely on the list.
Okay. Matt?
Just gonna say yes. Just leave it at that. Yes.
PJ?
Oh yeah, goddamn right. I wake up the Jurassic Park theme every day as my alarm.
There you go.
My vote is irrelevant, but sure, why not?
Oh God, we're running out of spots.
I know this is. We may have to.
I got 2 on there. I'm good.
We may have to revisit the ability to kill at the end.
I think so.
No, we just miss out. It's just we just miss out. That's the
Jacob.
Me or Andres?
Oh, Andres. Okay, my bad.
Oh, me. Oh, crap. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick one that's almost forgotten, kind of like in the pantheon of all the John Williams movies. This one's going to be the one that I know, might get a couple people to kill it, but I'm just going to give it a shout out. I actually am a fan of the Patriot soundtrack. Because the Patriot, people forget that John Williams did that one, and it's kind of weird just seeing the collaboration between Williams and Roland Emmerich for that one, but it truly kind of does deliver a very epic and a very what was called it's a different flavor of what he did with some of his war films like Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan and all this other stuff. But it's very unique in its own way, and I personally really loved it a lot. So that's one of my picks. And also a lot of the emotion in that movie does not work without Williams, especially with some of the deaths that happen in the finale. So I would say, yeah, Patriot would probably be my pick. I'm sure it's going to get killed, but who knows?
We have 3 spots left. No. I'm sorry. We have 3 spots left. And there are iconic scores not on this list yet. Patriots not iconic. It's good, but it's not iconic and it doesn't go to that top level. We have 3 spots left. Nah.
I mean, we have 2 spots left because Star Wars is going to be in one of those spots. Star Wars is going to be one of those spots.
Which Star Wars, right?
2 spots left. Let's be real.
Matt?
I'm gonna say no. Like, if I'm able to forget a Williams score, it doesn't have my vote. It's a no.
PJ?
It's a no from me, dog.
Yeah, it's also a no for me. Tim?
Yeah, because of where we at, everyone's already said it. It's a no. I do think it's a nice score. I did revisit it for this show, but yeah, no, sorry.
All right. And with that, the Patriot and Mel Gibson thankfully make it into the graveyard. And it is now Jacob's turn to nominate.
Also, real quick, we did get from Chris Clark, we will be adding kills back to the end of the show. Just
excellent.
If
anybody has a kill left after we get to the 10, you can kill what you want, and we can continue nominating.
So the only 2 that are definitely saved, guaranteed, though, are Hook.
You cannot kill anything that are saved. As you can see, Harry Potter and E.T., Hook, and Catch Me If You Can, they are off the table to be killed.
Chris, if anyone has a save at the end, can they use the save to save still at the end if someone killed something?
As long as it was not previously.
Okay.
It just, you cannot re-kill something that's been permanently saved.
Yep.
Okay? That makes sense? Me and Sean are going to write up a rule document and we'll figure this out. This is great. Professional guy.
All right. I'm going to go with my favorite. I'm putting all my cards on the table. This is my favorite Williams score. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. It's beautiful. It's childlike. It hits you with emotion. That the ending scene of that movie literally does not work without the music. He to the point where Spielberg had to completely change the way that he directed movies because of this score. He went, no, you just write the music and I will edit to the music instead of the other way around, like is normally done on movies. It is so perfectly just beautifully done and made. E.T. Is absolutely the next. It has to be on this list.
Yeah, like you said, you really are putting all of your cards out on the table. All right, Matt.
This is tough because this is one of the scores that did for me as a child, but there's another Spielberg alien film that I like that has a better score in my opinion, and that's First Encounter, so I'm going to say no.
Close Encounters?
Notes.
First Encounters of the
I was just giving him the benefit of the doubt.
No, hold on. I'm just fucking around. It's E.T. I just had to fuck with Jacob. Yes, it's a yes.
Wait, it's a yes.
It's a yes. I was just trying to see what your reaction would be.
Okay. PJ?
Oh, God, yes. This is my favorite full Williams score, bar none. This was going to be my next one until Jacob stole my goddamn thunder. You fucking asshole. You Aussie bastard. No, really, no. Yes, absolutely. Yes, I am all about this. I got to see this with a live orchestra at the Hollywood Bowl, and it was one of the most fucking incredible experiences ever. This movie, this score, everything about it is perfect. Yes.
Who, me?
No, it's me. I'm contemplating what I want to do here. It's an incredible score. I've also been lucky enough to see it performed live with an orchestra. Let's say yes for now and see how the cards shake out as the chaos unfolds. Now, Tim?
Yeah, I actually really I'm not like a person that like most people like that is goo goo gaga and loves this movie. I think it's fine and I enjoy it, but I don't love it. But I love the score. I think the score is incredible. The whole like the chase escape bike scene, that whole like part is great. And so yeah, it's an easy yes. It's in my top 10. So
Oh, I'd just like to take this opportunity to note that my least favorite person in the community has decided to make his beard known in the chat. Jake, please exit through the gift shop. Bye.
Are we sure he's not
Andres?
drunk already?
Andres, ET?
Oh, absolutely. It's a yes. It's absolutely a yes. And again, PJ stole exactly what I was about to say. I was there live for that John Williams score. It's fantastic. So yes.
Okay. Well, ET makes it with a unanimous yes, and it is now Matt's turn to nominate. And there's only 2 spaces left, so nominate carefully, gentlemen.
1 space.
I'll be the first one to say I'm gonna put the first Star Wars nomination up here. I don't think it's gonna get kept, but I feel like it is definitely one that should be highlighted, and that is the Force Awakens score. That to come back to a franchise after a 10-year hiatus. Granted, he did it before with Phantom Menace from Return of the Jedi, but to be able to continue what we continue what we had heard from the original trilogy, and it felt natural, and adding a score like Rey's theme, and even the Kylo Ren, just this score reminded me why I loved Star Wars and where it could go going forward. So,
Okay, Force Awakens is on the table. PJ?
This is not my favorite Star Wars score.
It's not mine either. It's not mine either. I was just showing it some love.
I know, but it's a no from me for that reason, because I have another one I'm going on.
Yeah, I think it's an incredible score. I love Rey's theme. There's so much beautiful work in this, but it's also a no for me. Tim?
Yeah, it's a no for me. I mean, there's obviously with the many spots we have left, we have to get, I think, a higher tiered Star Wars soundtrack.
Oh,
on here. And I actually like Last Jedi the most out of the sequel scores, but yeah. So, no, sorry. But you said you didn't expect it to make it, so it's okay.
No. Yeah, I didn't expect to make it. This is the one I was like, all right, I want this to get some love before we're out of spots. So let me say it.
Yeah.
Andres?
Who?
Andres?
You.
Oh, me.
Yes,
Okay.
yes or no?
You know what? I freaking love the Rey theme, but is it the best Star Wars score?
No.
Very debatable. So I'm going to say no on this one, unfortunately. Although I love that theme so much. And like you're saying, the Kylo Ren theme is great, but does it rank up there with some of the other ones that will probably come up later in the list, which will be a freaking battle at one point? It's a no, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I'm going to be cruel. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to save it. Come on. Who's going to use it? Come on. Who's using it? I'm saving this as our Star Wars score, unless someone wants to kill it.
I kill it.
Max uses his kill. Thank you. It's not the best score, Last Jedi, but I just had to get rid of it.
That's good strategy, Jacob. You're a man after my own heart. Is it my turn to nominate? I think it's my turn to nominate.
I think it's PJ's.
I think it's PJ.
PJ's turn to nominate.
Oh, well, we skipped. Oh, yeah, he hasn't gone yet. Sorry.
No, I haven't.
Pat.
Trying to decide, because we're in a very precarious area.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Nominate your Star Wars already.
Yeah, just throw the Star Wars one. Throw the Star Wars one up. PJ.
We've been watching enough of them so far. Throw it.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm going to Return of the Jedi. I think Return of the Jedi, I mean, as people know, it's my favorite Star Wars film, but I also think that of the scores in the original trilogy, I think it's got some of the best music. I think that when you look at the throne room sequence, when you look at the finale, like, all of it is just so beautiful and incredible. Even the new celebration music that's been added after the fact, like, Williams really went out, because at the time we never thought we were going to get more Star Wars, and it feels like a culmination thing. Like, it's just a really fantastic score, and I think the sequence on Tatooine on the sail barge is some of the best music in the franchise by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, like, I can just think of the dun, dun, da 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 da, nah, like you feel it, you hear it, like it stands out. It's iconic for a reason. To me, the music in that movie is as much a character as everything else. So that's my nomination.
Me, I'm not going to vote against any. This is one of the 2 films you would get me to not vote against. So I'm just going to say it's a yes.
Jacob?
God damn it. No, this is a no. This is not the best Star Wars score by a long shot. There are 3 other Star Wars films that have better scores, so I'm saying no.
Andres?
I'm gonna say 2 words. The Fire Funeral is probably one of my favorite scores in all of Star Wars, so it's absolutely a yes. Yeah.
Tim?
This is hard, but I'm going to say no. And we'll just see if it doesn't make it, we'll see what comes up next. But I'm going to say no because it's not my choice, but I do like it a lot.
It's also a no for me.
PJ, save it.
Don't do it, PJ.
I'm going to save it. I'm 100%.
You gonna save it? Cool. You get your save back because it's dead. This is what I was saving it for.
You
it
motherfucker.
Is killed. I knew that one was coming up, and that's what I was waiting for because I didn't want that to be our Star Wars representative.
You're an asshole, Jacob.
That's fair. It's weird not being the most hated person on this show right now. So.
No, you're right there with him, Tim.
Don't worry, Jacob.
Although Maxwell and I agree, so it's fine. We agree with the choice.
Here's the fucking thing, Jacob. You just showed your entire hand, which means now when you nominate one, we can all try to kill it.
Yep,
that's fine.
And we know he's going to nominate
unless Maxwell and I agree with his nomination.
Yeah,
it's true. Now,
you guys are going to kill all of the Star Wars nominations, and Star Wars is not going to get on the list.
I know that's going to happen.
I mean, we had 9 films. Oh no, we have 11 films. I think we're okay. But
no, we have 9 for John Williams. You were correct with your first number.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So whose turn is it now to nominate?
It's my turn, I believe. So
okay.
I am not going to do a Star Wars. I'm going to let you nerds figure that out, and I'll just say yes or no. Even though I have a Star Wars choice, but I'm going to go with Jaws. Because I feel like Jaws should be on this list. It's like the score. I mean, come on. Everyone knows that theme. That theme has been parodied and used in other things. It's iconic. It's so simple, but it's
like
iconic.
Dan Murrell's entrance music.
Iconic and terrifying and it's my kill logo, my kill avatar. So I have to say Jaws. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get this round of yeses done and let's go. Who's next?
Andres?
Yes.
I hate you, Tim, because this was going to be my out so that I didn't have to say a Star Wars score and that they didn't have to kill it. This is what I was going to use. So I hate you.
I did it. We're the same player. We're the same player.
So it's a yes. This has to be on the top 10, and I'm really mad at you right now, Tim, for making me have to fucking now pick a Star Wars score.
Shit.
Matt?
Yeah, I'll just say yeah. I'll keep it simple. Just I love the score. I've seen the movie in theaters like 3 times. Simplistic, but there's so many other films when I'm saving my kill. So yeah, just.
EJ?
This is where it gets fun.
We're just going to be killing one another when this thing comes out.
I mean, how do you fucking say no to Jaws? Like,
Hook
that's
is
the
safe,
thing.
so I don't care.
It's funny that you should say,
honestly,
how do you say no to Jaws? Because this is how you do it. It's a no. For me. That's how you say no to Jaws. No.
So who's going to use their save?
Well, no, it made it, didn't it?
It made it.
Oh, I'm assuming Pete. Okay, sorry, Max, are you going to kill it?
Max killed.
I don't have a kill anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't have a kill
you don't.
anymore.
You already did. Sorry. No, my mistake. Okay, cool. Andreas, what's your next one?
Damn. All right. Am I gonna do a Star Wars one?
You might as well.
I mean, unless you want to just talk about more John Williams scores, we can. Do that.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to talk more John Williams scores. I'm going to let you guys fight out the Star Wars one. You know what? I'm going to say the score from Minority Report is freaking fantastic in itself. Come on. Between balancing all the futuristic themes and then also balancing the more emotional themes in the film later on. And also that score, when it starts, it just doesn't stop. It's a full-on chase movie all throughout. And having said that, I know everybody's just going to say no on it. So, yeah, let's just move on.
I'm going to say yes to force someone to use their kill. So, yes.
No.
Yes.
PJ? Oh.
I said yes.
No.
Tim, are you into chaos energy?
I'm into the mood. I'm going to channel my inner Daniel Bryan right now and go, yes. which means it's up to Matt to kill it because PJ said yes and Andres nominated it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna kill it. I'll kill something else on that board.
And that's someone who
make it to Star Wars.
I mean, we still have
4 kills out there.
We can kill other things too. So.
All right. Okay, there's our list though. All right. So what's people killing?
This is horrible. This is a fucking abomination.
How is it an abomination? I think that there's some good variety on this thing.
And I think you're
PJ,
wrong.
What do you
I have 5 films on here that are in my top, so I'm
PJ,
okay.
What are you killing? Frank, I'm with you. I got 5
to
on
be
here.
honest with you, like, there's nothing I feel like we have to kill. Like,
I mean, let's be honest. I feel like we need a Star Wars film here.
Let's be honest. Most of the Star Wars films are better than the Minority Report score. That's just the truth. I'm not
kill
gonna
it, Matt.
Kill it.
Come on, Matt. Kill it.
I will kill something. I will kill Memoirs of a Geisha. Sorry, Maxwell.
That's fine.
All right. Is anyone going to save Memoirs?
I already used my save.
Max?
I don't have a save anymore.
Yeah,
oh, wait,
do.
I do? Oh, no,
don't
I'm
have
not going to use it. I'm not going to use it.
Oh.
All right. Memoirs is gone.
Oh, man.
I would like one other spot opened up because there's something else that's egregiously missing.
All right. So that means it's my nomination then because we went Andreas and then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to torture PJ and make him vote against this. The Adventures of Tintin.
you pick the weirdest hills to die on when you assume that I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not working.
It's hard. It's hard to say no to a Williams score. So, Jacob, this is a horrible idea. This is a horrible. Now that we have the 10 spots, it's not really a good hill to die on. Right
no, okay. Tintin. Anyone?
No.
I'm a no.
I'm a no. That's 3.
I'm a no, unfortunately.
That's 4.
PJ?
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
If you ever want to be on the PJCN again, I recommend you kill Minority Report.
It's not going to change it, so.
Max, I'm really thinking about it. I am.
All right, Matt, it's your vote.
I said no already.
Did you just text everyone the same thing?
What?
Who are you talking to?
PJ, who are you talking to?
Nothing. No one. Definitely not. What?
Okay, Matt, it's your nomination.
Who I'm talking to.
All right, I'm gonna nominate what I actually think is the best Star Wars score, and that is Empire. There's so many memorable scores come out of this, especially Yoda's theme. Yoda's theme is just fucking phenomenal. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna keep it at that. Empire is my nomination.
I can get on board with Empire.
Yeah,
yes.
Cloud City. That Cloud City theme is amazing. So yes, Empire, go right ahead.
Yeah, it was.
So
It was a really hard. What?
Oh, go ahead, Tim. Go.
I was just say it was really
Go ahead.
hard
Sorry.
between A New Hope and Empire. Those are like my top two. So because of Yoda's theme and because of like the Imperial March, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes to Empire.
So I'm gonna say yes to Empire, but I'm gonna kill Minority Report.
I didn't have to kill Minority Report. What's going on here?
Should I save it? I'm just kidding. So it's permanently there.
If you did that, Tim, that'd be awesome.
No, I mean, I don't think it would ever happen. But my save is purely for Jurassic Park. I don't think it would ever be killed. But just in case any of you are thinking of it, that's what my save is for. And I will still hang on to it in case someone's trying to pull a fast one on me.
All right. It is Andreas' turn again.
Oh shit!
Correct? Based on the way we were doing it, Max, or am I wrong?
Wait,
No, you're right.
No,
Because didn't you do Minority Report?
Yeah, I did Minority Report.
Minority Report.
So yeah,
So,
It would be.
It's
It should be PJ now, right? Or no? Wait.
No, because the way Max was doing is he was skipping.
skipping whoever went first. But so
Yeah, so Andreas.
so it
you're
should
next.
be Tim.
So yeah, it should be Tim's next.
yeah.
Already?
I thought Tim already went. Okay, no,
Oh,
yeah, Tim then.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm confused.
Whatever.
Well, let me see here. I don't think it'll make it, but I'm going to go ahead and mention something that's on my top 10. And I'm just going to say the Home Alone soundtrack. I love it. And,
I'm not alone for putting that in.
And,
Okay, cool.
you know, I'm not going to say much about it. I love it. I think it's great. I know it's got a lot of like choral like stuff in it as well, but I don't know. It's just every single track is super fun, you know, and it brings me to that movie and Christmas, and so I love it. Yeah, Home Alone.
All right.
I'm just assuming since someone's talking.
Yeah,
it's my turn.
just go down the line, guys. So Andres, go for it.
Okay, all right, just go down the line. All right, I'm gonna say, you know what? As much as I would love to say no on this one, it's actually a big yes. So, I mean, just so many really memorable scores. I mean, memorable tracks in this. The Christmas morning theme is just magical to me. So yeah, it absolutely is yes.
Go for it, Jacob.
Fuck me. Home Alone's going to make it instead of Saving Private Ryan. No.
So
I regret saying Adventures of Tintin. That was a dumb mistake. It's a no.
I'm gonna
You
say
are
yes.
a dumb idiot, but I'm glad that you're aware of it at least.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes. It's a very fun score. It did actually make my list of the ones I'd nominate, so I can't not say yes.
All right.
You seem to have lost Max.
PJ, what are you? Where you stand?
PJ?
I mean, I love Home Alone, so yeah, absolutely.
See, this is the issue. We all love these.
I
We all
apologize,
love
but
these fucking soundtracks.
So that makes Home Alone in. I
So
believe.
it does put Home Alone in, but we are missing
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, I will give Max a second.
Well, Home Alone's in regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unless
Max.
well, Andres and Matt, you voted for it, so I doubt you'll kill it. So
Yeah. So,
All right.
Matt
That
or
is-
Andreas, do you want to kill anything?
yeah.
besides Hook and Catch Me If You Can, can't be killed.
Because if there's nothing that gets killed, we're going to move on
Well,
to
Andreas and I are the ones who saved Hook and Catch Me If You Can. So,
Right? Yeah.
this is tough. Because do I want to help Jacob or do I want to piss Jacob off? That's.
Oh, there's only one here that you would genuinely piss me off with, and I will just save it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you use a save. ET.
Okay, save it.
You're gonna-
So
So Matt keeps his save to kill.
I lose my
keep my
save.
kill.
Okay, so you're going to use it on ET, right, Jacob? Just making sure I got that correct. There you go.
I was just trying to guarantee ET stays in the top 10. That was my thinking.
That was a good strategy.
Well done. Max, you're back. Yay.
Oh, cool. Max, Home Alone made it in. We're figuring out if there's anything anybody wants to kill before we move on to ranking. So, I'm going to give you guys a 10 count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. List is final. All right, are you guys good to get your whiteboards out and do a ranking? All right.
So I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be easy for me because this is actually my top 10 list. So I'm purely happy.
Saving Private Ryan.
That's funny.
Max, what was the one you wanted to add? Just out of curiosity.
Me?
Schindler's List.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, that's a great one too.
That's fair.
Which honestly might be his best score, and I was saving it for the end, and then we fucking put in Hook and Last Crusade, Home Alone.
Catch Me If You Can, dude.
Catch Me
If You Can is great. I'm thrilled I made it, but
yeah.
Hey,
and
I was
Star Wars,
saving it
Home Alone.
Star Wars is tough. Everyone has a different opinion as to what the best one is. I would have liked to, talked about Phantom Menace because Duel of the Fates is so good.
One song doesn't constitute the entire
soundtrack. But the whole score is incredible.
Most of it's incredible.
Funeral.
Granted, I do have 2 versions of this, so I'm a little, but
this was a tough list, guys.
It was.
It's a great list, I would say.
Yeah, it's a really good list. As usual, just get your whiteboard out, and I'm just going to direct you guys. PJ, I'm going to go to you first. Max, are you all good? So,
all right.
Cool. PJ, what would your number 10 be of the list?
I think I'm gonna say my number 10 is Home Alone.
All right. Jacob, what would your number 10 have been?
It's gonna be this until it's kicked out. Hook.
All right. Tim?
Sorry, but Superman the movie.
Andres?
Oh man. I'm gonna say Hook.
Okay, 2 for Hook. Matt?
I didn't get to finish writing it, but Home Alone.
Okay. Max? Hook. Okay, Hook is number 10. All right, guys, write down your number 9s. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3. PJ, what would your number 9 be, bud?
Sticking with Home Alone.
Home Alone. All right, cool. Matt?
Home Alone again.
Home Alone. Jacob?
Easily Home Alone.
All right. Andres?
Home Alone.
And Tim is a universal.
Nope, it's still Superman.
And Max?
Jesus.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to reveal my cards.
Yeah, no need to. So Home Alone is number 9. All right, number 8. 5 seconds. PJ, number 8.
Jaws.
All right, Matt.
E.T.
Okay, wow, difference. Jacob.
Last Crusade.
Oh, wow. Andres.
Harry Potter.
Jesus Christ. That's him.
It's still Superman.
My God, Max.
Well, it looks like we have a number 8.
That's Crusade.
Yes!
Oh, mother.
Oh, wow.
That's Crusade.
Oh. Okay. 5 seconds again, guys. I'm gonna go to PJ first in 5. PJ number 7.
Still Jaws.
It's still Jaws. Okay, Matt.
Still E.T.
Jacob.
Superman the movie.
Okay, Andres.
Harry Potter.
Tim is Superman the movie, right?
You know, yeah.
So, and Max. Home Alone.
Oh wait, they already made it. So I'm barely paying attention anymore. Great, hooray, good for me. Woohoo. Well, it's Superman, so.
Superman. Okay, Superman. Gotcha.
Thanks. Now I can vote for something else.
All right.
You guys are good. So PJ is still Jaws. All right. So 5-4. Matt.
It's still E.T.
And still E.T. That's what I forgot. Jacob.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Andres.
Harry Potter.
So it's all different again. Tim.
Harry Potter.
Okay. And Max.
Well, Jaws.
Okay.
Okay, so that's two. That's two for Harry Potter and 2 for Jaws.
I'll change my vote to Jaws. Screw it.
Okay.
What was Pat? Did Pat vote?
Pat's Jaws.
Pat's
been
Jaws.
Oh, that's right.
Like
Jaws.
you were-
Oh,
yeah.
Cool. So PJ, you're no longer Jaws anymore. What is your number 5?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Prisoner of Azkaban.
Okay, Harry Potter. Matt.
I'm going back to E.T.
E.T. Okay. Andres. Harry Potter, right?
Potter.
Jacob.
Jurassic.
Okay, so Harry Potter is 2. Tim.
Harry Potter.
Okay, Harry Potter's in. Max.
It doesn't matter.
I'll just go to you. I'll go to you. All right, Max, what would you have done?
E.T.
E.T. Matt, you're E.T. still, right?
Yep, I'm still E.T.
Jacob.
So that's 3 for Harry Potter. Oh, sorry. Oh,
No,
I'm
no,
still
we're on to number 4 now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm Jurassic.
Jurassic. Okay. Andres.
E.T.
Okay, E.T. is in. Tim, I'll go to you next for your number 3.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, 5 seconds. All right. We have 3 left. Catch Me If You Can, Jurassic Park, and Empire Strikes Back. All right. 3, 2, 1. Pedro, what was your pick again?
I'm gonna go with Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park? Okay, cool. Tim.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can. Max?
Empire.
Empire. Matt?
Jurassic Park.
Andres.
Oh my God! I still had Harry Potter. I mean, it's a freaking Empire.
Empire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the knockout blow, Jurassic Park.
All right. Okay, guys. So what you're going to write down is your number 1 pick between Empire Strikes Back and Catch Me If You Can. All right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds again, and we will reveal accordingly. And then we have our list. All right, 5, 2. All right, PJ, what would your number 1 be? Have you heard me?
What? No, sorry. Again, if you don't hear me, it's
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I figured. What's your number 1?
Catch Me If You Can.
All right, Max. Catch Me If You Can. Tim.
Empire.
All right, Andres.
Catch Me If You Can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the number 1 score by John Williams is Catch Me If You Can.
Max, what would Matt? What would you have picked?
I was going to say Empire.
Okay, Catch Me If You Can is number 1. Empire is number 2, and that is that. Oh wow! So, Catch Me If You Can, Empire, Jurassic Park, E.T., Harry Potter, Jaws, Superman, Last Crusade, Home Alone, and Hook. I'm going to throw it over to you, Matt. What are your thoughts on this list, and where could the good people find you online, bud?
Like I said, this list was my top 10. It's aside from the number 1 and 2 being swapped, and the number you basically move Hook in place of Home Alone. This is almost my list to a T. So hey, I'm happy with it. I win. I won either way. I got all 10 on. I'm happy.
That's great.
You can find me at on Who Are They Real Entertainment or What Real Entertainment on YouTube with all our different content: Schmodown, Star Wars, movie news, horror news, and yeah.
Awesome. Jacob, same questions. What are your thoughts on this top 10 list, and where could the good people find you, bud?
It's interesting. It's missing several big ones, but that's fine. Fair. That's the whole point of Survival Island. You guys can find me at Jacob London on Twitter and Letterboxd. I will be launching. Taylor and I are going to be relaunching her YouTube channel this Saturday at 7 p.m., where we're going to do a live draft of what we believe the cast of Knives Out 2 will be. So make sure you check us over on the Finally Tailored YouTube channel when we do that. We've got some amazing guests lined up for that one, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool. Andres, same questions.
Yeah, it's a great list. I mean, I'm just happy Superman the movie made it in there, but yeah, no, it's absolutely an interesting list, and I would consider any one of these just. You ask me on a different day, and probably Catch Me If You Can might be my favorite. But you ask me another day, freaking Star Wars or even Superman. It's an interesting list for sure. So I'm pretty happy with it, no matter what. But you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as Galagos. You can also find me on Twitch.tv as Galagos209. You can also find me on the FCL, and you can check that out as well. And yeah, that's basically it.
Tim, how do you think it went, and what are your thoughts? And where to
it went as about as chaotic as you would expect a Survivor Island for the most part.
4 kills,
especially towards the end. I'm happy with the list. 7 out of the 10 are on my top 10, and the other 3 I'm very happy with. I enjoy them despite my attempting to kill. Catch Me If You Can. It's all about strategy. So. I think it's fun. It's not set in stone. This is the list. This is a thing that we come together and work on, and this is what we came to. So, but yeah, you can find me on Twitter at tfranco84, and on the Pajukin.
Hey Max, how do you think the list went, and where can the good people find you?
It's a fine list, and you know where to find me.
Yeah. All right, PJ, where can the good people find you and your thoughts?
You guys can find me here hanging out with all these beautiful people. This list is great. Find me at the Schmodown. I write the questions. Be nice to the writers. We're only human. Same as it ever was.
Cool. Awesome. So, guys, as usual, on Friday is going to be a watch along. Saturdays, family game night. Sundays, unwind. You can follow our Twitters and check out what's coming up. Shout out again to our patrons. The kick-ass. Join our Patreon if you can. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm Chris Clark. 8788. Those numbers mean nothing. Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. So, from PJ, Max, Tim, Andres, Jacob, and Matt, we say to you, keep rocking and make it a great day. Don't know why I said that part.